Rain is back again, but will we be picking up as much as we got yesterday? We'll look at that and some changes to the heat wave coming up. Karen?
Also safe and sound. There is a happy ending to the desperate search for a 2-year-old girl in northern Michigan. We are live with the story of where she was found. President Trump fighting claims he's a racist, even as Congress gets ready to vote on a resolution that could condemn the commander-in-chief. Good afternoon, Rod.
Good afternoon, Karen. It is Christmas in July. Rod the Builder. It's the 50th anniversary of the Apollo mission, and we're looking to build this. This is my friend Allie Dunn.
Hi.
She is a lovely young lady and very good at this and looking to beat me. We'll tell you how all of this works out ahead on Local 4 News, First at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4. This photo of a little girl with a cookie is a most welcome sight for her family and all those who searched for her. 2-year-old Gabriela Vitali was missing for more than 24 hours. She disappeared from a campsite in northern Michigan in Comins Township. Now, we told you about the search yesterday at 4. Well, Local 4's Coco McAvoy has been following the story very closely. She's live with the story and how and where Gabriela was found. Such great news, Coco.
Yes, Karen, this is truly an incredible story. Gabriela is not only in good health, but also in good spirits after missing for more than 24 hours in a heavily wooded area here in Oscoda County. Now, we're about a half mile or so from the campsite where she was when she went missing. Let's show you some video of that campsite to give you a better idea of where this all happened. Now, Gabriela was camping with her family at this campsite when she went missing. Family was packing up to go back to Monroe when little Gabriela wandered off. Now, she spent an entire night in the wooded area as close to 100 MSP troopers and volunteers searched for her. People came from several communities to help in the search. MSP used a helicopter and had a Marine squad searching for Gabriela. Then this morning, she happened to stumble across a house about 100 yards from her campsite. She walked onto the porch and she was spotted immediately by a group of people inside who rented the house for a business trip. Take a listen to what they had to say.
Opened the door, I did this and she did this and grabbed her, and everybody started crying because, you know, she had been on our mind.
I can't believe I was holding this little girl that so many people were looking for, and she found us.
And coming up at 5 o'clock, you'll hear more from the people who found her and what the family of Gabriela has to say about all this. Back to you.
All right, we look forward to that part of the story. Thank you, Coco. See you at 5. The remnants of Tropical Storm Barry have arrived in Michigan, and we'll need to be watching the radar for the next few hours. Some of you could see some downpours this evening. Let's get to Ben Bailey for a look at what to expect. Hey, Ben.
Hey, Karen. Yeah, the rain has been pretty light so far, but we've got some of these showers intensifying, especially down here in our south zone. You can see right here in Monroe County, starting to get a little bit more of the heavier rain. You see the red colors there and a couple lightning strikes, too. There's more of that further to the south, which is closer to the core of what is left of Barry. We're hoping that a lot of this is going to slide east, but it looks like it's at least going to clip our south zone. Right now, not a whole lot of development over here in northeastern portions of Indiana, which would be headed a little bit closer to the heart of the area. But we're going to continue to monitor that. So expect scattered showers and some thunderstorms. Will be some downpours in there, too, obviously. Temperatures falling into the mid-70s by midnight, but that humidity is here to stay. We'll look at that and when the heat really starts to get cranking, all coming up in a few minutes. Karen?
All right, thank you, Ben. Some disturbing testimony in court today as the man suspected in the murders of 3 women comes face to face with a woman who says she survived his attack. DeAngelo Martin faces multiple charges in this case, including assault with intent to murder and criminal sexual conduct. The charges are separate from the ongoing Detroit serial killer case, where Martin is named a person of interest. Today, Martin's alleged victim walked the court through what she did after she says Martin sexually assaulted her.
And I push him off of me, and I look to the left of me, and I see he left a knife there. So I take a hold of it, and I thrust him off of me, and I just start thrusting the knife back at him.
The judge decided today that Martin will stand trial on all charges and will be in court next week. Ahead of 5, you'll hear what this woman says she said to Martin during her attack. More on her brave testimony at 5. United Auto Workers Union continues critical talks with all of the big three automakers. Today, there was the ceremonial opening of the negotiations with General Motors. Both sides say they want to work together, but GM CEO Mary Barra offered a dose of reality on the union's demands to keep idled plants open, saying the company's future is at stake. The handshakes continue this afternoon with the meeting between the UAW and Fiat Chrysler. Today's photo ops followed the first meeting with Ford executives yesterday. Current contracts with all three automakers are set to expire in mid-September. Of course, we'll be following negotiations all summer long. President Donald Trump is denying he's a racist, and he's facing some angry Democrats on Capitol Hill. The House of Representatives planning to vote on a resolution condemning the president for racist tweets over the weekend. Those tweets seemingly targeted progressive women of color, including Detroit Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib. This morning, the president tweeted he doesn't have a racist bone in his body. Late this afternoon, he said the progressives have been too negative about Israel in the U.S. He didn't back down from comments that they might want to leave the country.
It's up to them. They can do what they want. They can leave, they can stay, but they should love our country and they should work for the good of our country. Thank you very much.
Local 4's Mara McDonald is in Washington, D.C., talking to Michigan lawmakers, including Rashida Tlaib.
Karen, it has been quite a day on the Hill. The president is completely unapologetic about his tweet storm over the last several days. If there's such a thing as tripling down or quadrupling down on his statements, that's what he is doing. Meanwhile, one of those congresswomen that he's addressing, Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, well, she has some choice words for the president as well.
In your mind, is this absolutely racist?
Absolutely. 100%. This president is racist.
This isn't over yet. Tonight, there's a vote scheduled in the House on a resolution of condemnation, essentially condemning the president for the words that he's used and what he has said on Twitter. We expect that later on this evening. For now, we are live at the Capitol. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara, we'll check back with you in a little bit. 50 years ago today, Americans enjoyed one of those moments that brought the entire country together, the historic liftoff of Apollo 11. Well, today, a space center in Alabama paid tribute by launching 5,000 model rockets. The center in Huntsville is hoping to set a world record for the most model rockets launched simultaneously in one place. Back on July 16th of 1969, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins took off heading for the moon. They made history again 5 days later with the first moon landing, giving America bragging rights in the international space race. So we wanted to pay tribute to Apollo 11 and then have a little bit of fun. So we gave our Rod the Builder a special mission. We usually see him taking on those building challenges the day after Thanksgiving, but today he's boldly going where he's never gone before with a lunar mission right here on Earth. He's live at Great Lakes Crossing. All right, Rod, what are you up to?
Well, I've got the base. Take a look at this. We have the base, Tranquility Base, as it were, for the lunar lander. This is as far as I've gone. Now, this is Allie Dunn, and she is a Lego champion. And take a look at her Tranquility Base. And, well, you get the idea that I'm a little behind. Allie, how hard is this one?
It's not that hard, actually.
Yeah, okay. And you've built, have you built any of these that are more difficult than this?
Not really. It's just, like, I haven't built that, like, hard of sets. This is actually kind of easy.
And now, did you read any of the history of the Apollo?
Yeah, I did.
You did? You read it before you did this?
Well, a little bit.
A little bit. But I assume that by the time you're finished, and you will be shortly, that you'll just go back and read while you wait for me to finish, right? Okay. All right. Well, so yes, I have never built anything of this complexity with Legos before. I have children. I have boxes of Legos at home, but this is the first time. We've decided that everything is learning curve, and they give you a tool to deal with the mistakes you make, and I've already pretty much wrecked that. And so we're having a little fun. Let's take a look. This is what it's supposed to look like in the end. And when you take a look at Allie's, you begin to see that not only does she have her base, but she's also got about half of the lunar lander ready to go. So we'll be here for the next couple of hours. Allie will be leaving in about 10 minutes, I think. And I'll be hanging here till the bitter end. So Karen, back to you.
Oh, Rod, you're always such a good sport. I give you credit. Now, do you have some kind of like system? You know, sometimes when you do a puzzle, you start on the outside. Like, what's your system on this?
Well, they've offered me some advice. You're supposed to put them together. The book does not represent, it's not color-coded. And I'm counting little knobs here, trying to make sure I put the thing in properly. And invariably, I count, it's like measure twice, cut once. Well, I can count 6 times and still get it wrong. So we'll just keep trying.
I think we're gonna have a fun couple of hours. So stay tuned.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck, Rod. We'll be checking back with you. And by the way, if you'd like to have your own Lego lunar lander, we're giving away 4 of them online. Log on to clickondetroit.com. Find the link to the contest on the homepage. You can enter until 8 o'clock tonight. Winners will be selected at random and then announced on our newscast on Local 4 News at 11.